Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sound Test Podcast. This is Bryan here, and I'm joined by DeYante.
Can you choke?
It sounds like he's background somewhere.
I am so happy I muted there because I swear to you, you would have just gotten just the loudest laugh in your ear. I'm just letting you know that right now.
It sounded like you were trying to say,
I'm joined by Clayton.
I'll do this again! Mushi mushi. Watashi wa create no foru desu.
I'm joined by Max.
What?
What?
That sounds like you deep on your third slice, my guy.
And once again, we're joined with Brenda.
What's up, everybody? Hello.
We totally botched. Well, I shouldn't say we. I botched the first time we tried to do this recording because I did not do my audio stuff correct. But we good now. So, welcome to the Sound Test Podcast. Today we are going to have a discussion on the first and hopefully first of many of the Nintendo Directs for 2022. This was the February Direct. It was about 40 minutes in length, and there's a lot to talk about.
Is there?
It was a lot that was dropped in this Direct. So we're gonna have some fun, talk about things that were announced and things that we found that was super exciting. And it's a very diverse Direct. There's a lot of different announcements for different genres and different styles of games and stuff like that. So I guess we'll start off with the first announcement, which started off the Direct, which was Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, coming out June 24th, 2022. I think this is a me game. I don't know about y'all.
No,
it's me too.
It's Dynasty Warriors. The last one I played was Hyrule Warriors, which I did have fun with, but I'm never really hyped when I see those games. I was like, another Warriors game, cool.
I only just had the pleasure of playing one not too long ago. I just finished Hyrule Warriors myself, and I had fun with it. So me seeing this, even though I don't care too much for Fire Emblem, but only because I've just haven't gotten into it yet. It just looks like a fun game to play, period, without having to delve into a lot of the lore. So I mean, I probably might get it just because it was just fun playing Hyrule Warriors, if that makes sense. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I'm not sure if this pushes any story forward or whatever. But yeah, those are just my comments. It looks
well. Story is going to be a little complicated with this one. DeYante, what do you have to say on this? Since you just recently got into Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
I mean, well, it's definitely going to be something that I'm going to have on my radar. It's all things considering, because of where I'm currently at compared to the trailer that I saw for this game. It's weird to see how the characters are right now.
Because you just got to the time skip, right?
Yeah. So that stuff is interesting. The game, Three Houses, is definitely a phenomenal ARPG, strategy RPG. And I'm only 40 something hours in, and there's still a lot of too much game left, honestly. But I already have a rather extensive history with the Musou style games from Koei Tecmo. Basically, the Dynasty Warriors games. I've been playing them since Dynasty Warriors 2 on the PlayStation 2. So yeah, I can get down with those games at any point in time. So it's definitely gonna be on my radar. It's gonna be something that I play. Because I already got a crap ton of hours on Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends. So yeah, it should be something pretty fun to delve into.
For me, this is my favorite announcement out of this whole direct. I absolutely loved Fire Emblem Three Houses. I have like 150-ish hours in that game, and that's with only me doing one and a half of the actual storylines in that game. I just fell in love with the characters. I love the characters in there. I love their personalities. I love their support conversations, and I'm just a big fan of strategy RPGs. Period. But unlike DeYante, I was never into Dynasty Warriors or the Muso games. My first Muso game was actually Hyrule Warriors, and I played that on the Wii U, and I enjoyed it on the Wii U. Eventually got it on Switch version, and then there was the first Fire Emblem Warriors, which was I wasn't super into, but I was like I still played it, wasn't super into it. And then they came out with Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity in 2020, I believe it was. And my problem with that game was the performance of it was terrible. Like, there was times that game got to like 15 frames per second.
I believe it.
And it was like, I enjoyed the game, but it got to a point where I kind of just had to stop playing. Because the performance was just that rough. Yeah.
Right.
So that's my only fear going to this. I know I'm going to buy it. I know I'm going to play it. Because I love the cast in Three Houses, and I loved what they brought to the Fire Emblem formula. But I don't want to play the game and just be like, all right, let me deal with this 15 frames per second section of the game and have to deal with it multiple times, because there's a lot of enemies in those games.
Well, from what I remember, even this is when they showed the Age of Calamity trailer, like the initial trailer, when you were one of those huge machines, like that's supposed to be like the Guardians or whatever they're called in.
Yeah.
And you get to use one or something like that, and the frame rate was literally a slide show.
I can confirm, because I played that section. I can confirm it was rough.
So hopefully, and I don't know how the first Fire Emblem Heroes game was, but hopefully they know how to optimize the games a little bit better now. They didn't have practice on this type of style for like, I don't know, 5 years now.
It's so weird, because Fire Emblem Warriors, the first one, was like, it ran it was a solid 30. Solid 30, not really much dips in it. Hyrule Warriors, the definitive edition, that ran at 60, which was fantastic, which really what that game needs. But then Age of Calamity was such a downgrade in terms of performance. And it looks better than Hyrule Warriors and the first Fire Emblem Warriors, but that performance was woof.
It's bad when also the trailer in your Nintendo Direct is choppy. Like that same shit that happened with Pokemon Arceus at first.
Yeah, but they fixed it with Arceus.
They did. But there's a couple of them games I've seen on this Direct, that frame rate.
I don't know what they're gonna do about it, man. I keep praying that they're just gonna make a new Switch, but they're not gonna do it.
They did. Right. The OLED.
The LED is not a new Switch.
No.
They said they had no plans of making a new one, so that's what you got.
Bro.
Tell that to Nintendo. Tell them that that it's not a new system, and they will tell you, we have a new model with enhanced speakers, a better stand, a brighter screen.
It wasn't even
and-
for us either, man. Like, that's the thing that I'm just kind of like, it's for people who usually play undocked. And that's mostly Japan. You know what I mean? Like, that's not, most people that live here in America don't play undocked. They play
I
docked.
almost never undock my Switch.
Same.
Because of the Joy-Con drift.
Yeah, so there's that.
Clayton, I'm assuming you have no horse in this race for this game.
I
You
have
said
no
nothing.
Like, the closest I have ever gotten to Fire Emblem was just a whisper from when my sister used to play it on the DS when we were in high school. Like a whisper. Like, I've heard a tune or two from the game. That's about it. I know nothing.
Oh, the music in Fire Emblem is great.
I expect for that, for the soundtrack for this to be really, really, really good.
Yeah, I really like the Three Houses soundtrack. So if they take those tunes and put them in here, great.
They did a really good job doing that for Hyrule Warriors. So I mean,
yeah.
And
I love the Hyrule Warriors arrangements too. Their arrangements are really nice.
100%.
Now, one thing I'm wondering, and it would be really interesting if they did this, to take a book from Three Houses, if they're gonna have a part of the game where it lets you build up your students and you're still playing a role as a professor. And you could just,
Maybe
designate certain skills and equipment and this, that, and the third, like you do in the actual Third House's game, but incorporate it in a Musou.
Yeah.
Style.
Yeah,
that would
that
be interesting to see how that would work.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, for Three Houses, the first 3 chapters of the game, you play as the main character, but there's a divergent path from that after the first 3 chapters where there's 3 sets of characters and houses basically that you can control and you're the teacher of. And so that ended up splitting to 3 different timelines in the actual game itself, because you're controlling 3 different sets of characters, 3 different plot points. It follows the same general thing, but from different characters' perspectives.
Okay.
So I wonder how they're going to incorporate that in this, because obviously we see that they're using the 3 different houses. So we don't know if it's going to be like, hey, one mission you're using, Golden Deer, and one mission you're using the Blue Lion, or is it similar to the actual game where hey, you pick Blue Lion and you're just using Blue Lion, or you pick Golden Deer, you're just using Golden Deer.
It'll be an interesting take. I would like to see how they would implement it, if they implement it at all.
Right. If they make a just standard Musou, you just go to mission to mission to mission, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah. That's what I'm used to.
But let's move on. Unfortunately, the second announcement is another strategy game.
You love to see it.
This shit catered to me.
Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp.
Advance Wars looks really fun. I never played it myself, but this is just looking at that makes me want.
Nice.
Especially with multiplayer. Oh yeah, I'm too competitive to not want to not play that.
Oh yeah, again, like Max, I have no experience with this game, but I do love a good strategy game and puzzles. So that's my forte. Tetris, y'all already know. Somebody won't play me, but
he's an absolute menace in
completely
Tetris.
Unrelated. Move on.
But it looks. This is supposed to be a reboot, right?
Well, no, it's just it's 1 and 2 from the original GBA, just remastered basically.
Oh, okay.
It's called Reboot Camp, but it's really just 1 and 2 remastered.
Oh, okay. I can get into it. Get into it, yo.
Use the masses.
I pretty much don't have anything to say about this because I don't usually play games like this, and to be really honest with you, I actually made fun of this on my stream the last time I actually I did watch this. I said to myself, this kind of looks like those video games, those mobile phone video games that they like
Oh no.
sponsor to you like on Facebook.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? And they like
Right,
really
right.
try to get you to download them. But this looks like a better version of that. You know what I mean?
No. They copied this formula. The
I
Advance
believe you.
War games definitely were kind of like a very staple and very popular like strategy series on the GBA because it was up there with Fire Emblem when Fire Emblem came out on the Game Boy Advance finally. So it was one of those franchises that kind of like ruled the RPG space next to like Fire Emblem and the Pokemon games and
Because they're by the same developer. They're both by Intelligent Systems. So you know, they're gonna share some type of DNA. I've never played Advance Wars, but this will be something I may check out.
the closest thing to this that I've played is the indie game War Groove, and that shit's pretty dope. Because it's literally Advanced Warfare. I mean, Advanced Wars, but it's like its own art style and its own units, some storyline, and it's.
Is it edgier?
No, it's not. It's still kind of cutesy. Like they have dog enemies that are dressed up in armor and they like have smiles on their faces. They look kind of dopey, but it's kind of
never knew you'd be so happy to go to war.
yeah. Like, so yeah, it's definitely and the pixel art on that game is fucking phenomenal, dude. So yeah, I'm kind of excited and I'm glad that this is coming out. So,
Okay, moving on. I think this one was a weird one. No Man's Sky for Switch.
Shit on the Switch.
That's not this. It shouldn't be on the Switch. It really shouldn't.
All right, granted. Hear me out. As somebody that has played quite a bit of No Man's Sky, and I enjoy it, the only problem is I just have to get up and put the disc in order for me to play it. It's a very fun game. It's like one of the most chill games that you get. Like, it's literally a game where, like, Minecraft. Well, nah, Minecraft's still stressful as hell. It's way chiller than Minecraft, where you can
Minecraft is not stressful.
That shit's stressful as fuck.
I mean,
You know
there's
it. I know.
modes on there, but please continue with with your thought.
I feel like No Man's Sky is more of a game where you literally could just turn your brain off, go look for stuff, look at all the weird aliens and the wildlife and plant life and how the planet is designed. You can just turn your brain off, just play and explore. And on the Switch, that's actually a really good place for that to be, because if you could do that on the go, I mean, No Man's Sky on the go, pretty dope. But No Man's Sky on the Switch is pretty choppy.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the problem, because No Man's Sky is a very, very, very pretty game. But and plus it has its own very unique art style that speaks to itself. Where in certain aspects of the game, like when you look at like this, like I'm looking at like Kofangi's stream right now, and it was like showing when you're in the spaceship station and you see all the neon lights and coloring and stuff. All that looks really great on PS5 and on PC and Xbox, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna look funky on
It's gonna look, boy. It's gonna look drawn on. Like it's like
yeah.
those lights are gonna look like they're drawn with crayon on Switch, and it's just, I don't know. Nintendo needs to. They need a system upgrade, because no one chooses Switch to play any third-party titles whatsoever. You go on Switch to play Nintendo titles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they would like to give this bad boy out for like $20, I might slide Nintendo a little $20.
You know they're not
Might
gonna
slip it behind it, but
Man.
under the table.
But this is not a full price purchase. Hell, I would even say, why don't they just do what they're doing with a game that we're probably going to talk about in a little bit, that got announced on this, but do what they've been doing with some of these cloud games. Just do that.
Well, I have a whole rant on that. So.
Yeah.
That has to be for another time, bro.
Yeah.
I have words for that too, man.
So I
I'm
don't
just
know.
really hoping that I played a little bit of No Man's Sky with a friend. I have it on PlayStation. I thought it was pretty. I couldn't really get used to I guess the controls or what to do yet. I probably just need to give it a little bit more time to actually get, used to it.
Yeah, it's a weird use.
The only thing for me is I just really hope that they actually continue to make it pretty, because if there's anything that really made me really want to try No Man's Sky was the fact that it was so pretty. I don't know.
And then you had some things that aren't so pretty, like some of the bugs and glitches, because I've definitely fell through a planet at one point in time or another.
Yeah, it's even with the newer, good version of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I first started playing it again on the PS5, that I sent y'all a video of me falling through space
That's
in
crazy.
an area that I shouldn't be in space at. So
That's
yeah,
crazy.
that happens.
Well, moving on.
Yeah.
This is a revival that some people hype, thought was going to happen because Nintendo bought was it Next Level Games? I think it was the developer, because they did this franchise originally. But Mario Strikers Battle League.
Oh
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm actually really excited for that. When I saw that,
super
I was
for
hyped.
this.
Yeah.
Look, I knew Mario Strikers was way overdue. Way overdue. Mario Strike, God, that game is so damn fun. Like the other sports games, except for this one's a lot faster paced. And it gets stupid competitive. I'm glad they're gonna have online too. I'm about to have a ball with this game.
Absolutely. I've never actually played a Strikers game before. I've seen it. I've seen a friend play it. Never played it myself, but this makes me excited to, maybe own one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just honestly, for me, the thing that made me laugh my ass off was just seeing, I can't remember if it was Luigi or Mario, just have their whole ass leg all the way up into the crook of their neck. You just see that thing all the way back there, ballerina looking ass, ready to kick this ball. I was like, okay, yeah, I need to have this thing. I said to myself from this point, okay, sure, I'm not gonna get a Mario Kart 9, but I'll just play Strikers until I do get it.
And they added an armor system to this too. Some people not feeling it, but I don't know. I think it has variety. Hopefully it's not too busted. But knowing Nintendo,
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
you're right.
That's all we can do.
I never played the original Mario Strikers or Supercharged, so I ain't got no say in this part.
Yeah, I'm happy for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look, you gonna have a blast.
Y'all better download Dolphin or something.
I don't know,
Game and computer use it and download a Mario Strikers ROM, because that shit is fun.
I don't know, because for me personally, I've never been just a soccer fan in general.
But this is Mario Soccer. You think I like tennis? Nah, but I'll play the fuck out of some Mario tennis.
I don't know, even Rocket League, I'm just, it aggravates me.
That's just fun.
I don't like Rocket League. I've tried. I've gave it several times to try to like Rocket League, and it's just not for me.
That's fair.
I'll respect your wrong opinion.
Alright, I will definitely, I guess. I hope the goalies were kind of OD in the first Mario Strikers. I hope that the same level of OD on this one.
It's gonna be hella competitive, so
Right,
Get me right.
You get to start clans on this bitch too. Come on.
yeah, say up to 20 people per club or something like that. That's gonna
Yeah.
that's gonna be hot.
Moving on. Again, I think this is one that's just for me. But Splatoon 3 Salmon Run Next Wave trailer. Um, I really like Splatoon since its first incarnation on uh, the Wii U. Um, and Splatoon 2, I bought that pretty much at launch with my Switch. And Splatoon is a really fun time. It's just the way Nintendo does certain things is very annoying and aggravating. So the Salmon Run is basically Splatoon's PvE. So it's 4 people versus computer opponents, and it's like it's a fun mode, but Nintendo just makes it unnecessary in some ways. Like there's 4 characters in it, but there's 4 predetermined sets loadouts. So there's somebody who's always the sniper, somebody's always like the pistol like gun. There's somebody who's always like the roller, and it functions like that. The other thing that was really weird about it was Salmon Run on Splatoon 2 was a timed event. So like it's only available certain days of the week for a certain amount of hours. And everybody's just like, why would you do this?
Why?
just have it a regular mode that people
have it
play
available all the goddamn time.
But I played it. I played the Salmon Run mode on Splatoon 2 with one of our mutual friends, Michael Days. We played it a lot, and it was fun. But it's just Nintendo makes it so hard to enjoy it because it comes on certain hours. You can't do voice chat, so we had to call each other. We had a schedule to play games, and I don't like that.
That's wild. Why?
That's crazy.
That's wild. Is it me, or like when I first seen this trailer coming up, I seen them in an attack chopper, like about to drop. I was like, is this Splatoon? It looks like they're about to go to war. Like they're still about to start shooting bullets.
I was literally about to be like, what Call of Duty did I miss out on for this to be a thing?
I'm saying this shit looks like Splatoon is usually super colorful. This shit was gray and dark green.
Yeah, that's
right.
Let's remember, these are squid children.
Children. Emphasis on child. Bruh, here they are in a chopper about to be dropped onto the battlefield. like, come on, that shit was a dark gray and green in a like a dark green.
Well, isn't like a backstory of this shit like it's a post-apocalyptic world or some shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're like
it's something weird and really odd as to why it's the way it is.
Yeah, like it was like a people went sleuthing through like little pieces of the lore or whatever, and like basically in the world of Splatoon, there's no humans. Like humans just doesn't exist, and like the trailer of I think it was Splatoon 3, you just saw like the Last of Us looking buildings and abandoned places and stuff like that. So it was like the ongoing theories that humans have died out and squid kids have taken the place of humans and have wreaked havoc on this world.
That's kind of crazy.
With their ink. With shooting
ink.
colorful ink at each other for sport.
That's nasty. That sounds nasty.
Hey,
but
the business.
Again, I'm all for Splatoon 3. Summer 2022. I know I'm going to buy it. I'm going to enjoy it. I hope Nintendo does better things, because the other big complaint with Splatoon is that they constantly work on a rotation system. So like every 2 hours, there's only 4 maps available.
Yeah.
And so you have to learn. You get real familiar with those 4 maps for those 2 hours, because that's the only thing you're going to be introduced to. And then the next, cycle goes around, and there's another 4 new maps that's available. I mean, it's kind of good in that aspect, like you legitimately learn a map, but this is also like, all right, if it's a map you just don't like, you're just stuck with it for 2 hours.
I remember hearing, like, I do have some friends who still play Splatoon 2, like, every single day of their lives, and that's I think honestly the biggest complaint that they have is the rotation. And they're like really wishing that that's not a thing for the next game. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. I mean,
it's such a weird Nintendo decision. Just okay, moving on. I'm going to speed through a lot of these because they're like really small-esque games. They're like in a sizzle reel. Front Mission first remake, Disney Speedstorm, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, Assassin's Creed: The Ezio Collection,
Woo!
and
Ezio, yes,
and SD Gundam Battle Alliance. Does this do anything for anybody?
Assassin's Creed.
And surprisingly, that fucking free-to-play Disney game.
Yeah,
Really?
It looked kind of interesting. I cannot lie.
so
I
I'll
did bring
say,
it back to
like,
though.
so I'll say first of all, like, so far from this point, I said to myself, there's way too many remakes already in this Nintendo Direct. I really hope the rest of this Nintendo Direct isn't remakes, right? And I knocked on wood for that. But we'll get back to that in a moment, right? So,
well, were you wrong?
Oh, I know. So, it's just that's one of those issues that I had with this Direct. I was just like, all right, I don't know how many times you want. Like, okay, great, accessibility everywhere for everyone to play whenever they want to, and they're partnering with different people to like get games, you know, like on different devices, which is great. But how about you make new games for these certain devices that you want instead of going through nostalgia? But okay, I'm wrong, right? Anyway, the only thing that I'm actually excited for out of that little bit is this Disney Speedstorm. And I said to myself, okay, sure, I'm not gonna get a Mario Kart 9, but I'll use this instead. That's pretty much what that was. I saw it and I was like, all right, well, I mean, if this is all I'm gonna be able to get, then it is what it is. I'm gonna roll with it, you know. I'm gonna still play Deluxe, but yeah, we'll see how that works. Right, and in my head, I said to myself, okay, so another Disney game on the Switch. So this also means probably that I was theorizing a long time ago that they're gonna make another The World Ends With You type of thing going on to link into to Kingdom Hearts, and just them adding more Disney stuff to the list of things, just kind of make it more I guess like of a dream, not a dream come true, but I would just say like something coming into reality for me. So I mean, that's pretty much what that kind of solidified for me, I guess. But other than that, yeah, Disney racing game looks fun. I'm excited for it.
Looks fun. Also, free to play also usually means for me pay to win or microtransaction.
Well, of course.
If it's not pay to win, all the fancy cosmetics are always going to be, behind a paywall. So just get ready for that. But the game does look dumb fun. The game actually looks fun.
It looked like it had some actual
polish to it. Exactly.
It looks like it has polish to it.
Best believe I want to be whipping around.
It looks.
I'm gonna be whipping around as Mulan. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yep.
I'm really excited for that, and I just purely for nostalgia purposes, I am excited for the Ezio collection. I really am. I loved Assassin's Creed when I was younger, in high school.
You just played it on your PS5. What do you mean?
But okay, so I'm a lazy gamer. So if it's not something like an FPS, like per se, I'm not going to turn on the PS5.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if any of y'all played The Force Unleashed, but I'm actually kind of excited for that.
Same.
That game is stupid fun. I hope they put the second game on there too, because the second game is even funner.
Well, apparently this port of The Force Unleashed, for whatever reason, is based on the Wii version of the game, not the 360 version.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is why it looks so rough.
Yuck. Okay.
Damn. And
So I won't be hearing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, fuck that game then.
Well, that just made me not excited for it anymore.
Because like people were like, why does it look so bad?
I was just giving that up to, you know, good old Switch fidelity, you know. That's what I was giving it. That's what I was giving it to. You know, it's on the Nintendo Switch, so I'm not looking for top of the line graphics. I'm not looking for 60 frames per second. I'm looking for a good, wholesome, fun gaming experience.
You sound like a father. Looking for some good, wholesome fun,
Oh my God.
family fun.
Good, wholesome family fun.
Anything else on these? I don't know. Just I've never played Assassin's Creed, so Ezio collection
Same.
wasn't for me. I was never into Gundam, so that's not for me. I just recently got into Star Wars, and I never played The Force Unleashed. So
Play it. So this would be your chance. Play it. Trust me, you won't regret it.
Well, fucking Wii.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that version's fun too. I'm really hoping that version's fun too, but whatever.
And then we got what? I don't know. I mean, Disney Speedstorm, because it's free to play. It don't hurt to try it out. You know.
Yeah.
If it's just especially if it's a thing where everybody's like, all right, we're all gonna try it on launch, then cool.
Yeah, right. If it had like I'm straight with my Mario Kart.
You
Deluxe.
You cut out, Max.
Am I back? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
we just
what
didn't
else?
hear half what you said.
I was saying if it wasn't free, if it was behind a pay, you know, if I had to pay $50 for it, I've been like, yeah, I'm straight with my Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yep. Yep.
I'm here. I'm
Yep.
here for that.
Give
Yep.
it to me so I can play as the mouse. That's all I want.
Exactly.
The mouse.
Let me play as the mouse. I'll be straight.
Also, like, was it me or like did the characters in Speedstorm just look angry? Like everybody looked angry.
They're not here to be friendly or sing. They're here to win.
They ready to do some work.
They're there to win. They're not trying to make friends. What? They're not trying to sing songs.
Nope.
They're trying to win.
Nope.
And there was one part where they were like grinding on rails that gave me huge Sonic what's we call it vibes. Yes, Sonic
Mhm.
Riders vibe. And that looked pretty cool. I like that aspect. So moving on, Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers Edition.
Yes, Chrono Cross. Oh my goodness. I've never been the biggest JRPG head, but Chrono Cross.
I played a little bit of it like way back on the PS1 emulator, but from the little bit that I did play, that shit was great.
In the music.
I'm excited for it to be at.
In the music. In the
Plus, a lot of
music.
people have been asking for this, like a remaster or something of the game for a very long time. Just like people keep asking for a Legends of Dragoon remake or remaster. So maybe that's next.
Right.
Maybe.
They might as well go ahead and put Chrono Trigger up on there too.
Like, how is Chrono Trigger not on there, but Chrono Cross is?
I
I
scream.
can't tell you. I really can't tell you.
I scream the void.
This is my for the JRPG. This is my big brain JRPG thing, and then I'm moving on.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait for like some kind of anniversary event or something for Chrono Trigger, and like here's a complete remake with updated graphics, just like they did with the Secret of Mana remake and the Trials of Mana remake, because those were pretty successful. Well, the Trials of Mana one was pretty successful. I don't know about the Secret of Mana one, but since Chrono Trigger is one of Square's like early babies, kind of like how Final Fantasy 6 and 7 is looked at, like one of those great RPGs, and then like some of the Dragon Quest stuff. Trigger is gonna get some its due diligence eventually, but I guess not right now. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I don't know what that little prequel text-only adventure shit is, but yeah.
God, I'm looking at the stream. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, God, this looks like peak PlayStation 1 JRPG.
Oh yes.
And I love it.
Yes, but you gotta love it though.
It's amazing. Like, what for the time, like shit like this was amazing. Look at
Yeah.
the graphics. Look at the
Agreed.
fucking like the textures and shit. That's really impressive for the PlayStation. Not this though. I don't know what that shit looks dumb. Like all this in writing. Nah, keep that.
Gamers don't want to read. What?
You guys want to
You
read?
wanna read? I want a game. What are you talking about?
Press the button repeatedly until actions happen on the screen. So, yeah, Chrono Cross, yay.
After that, does anybody else have anything else on
Nope.
Chrono Cross? Okay.
Can't wait to play it. Can't wait to listen to the soundtrack for the third time.
For the umpteenth time.
Right.
Next we had Kirby in the Forgotten Land, the mouthful mode reveal.
Mouthful mode.
Here is my time to shine, baby boy.
Here we go. Yep. All right, let's hear it.
Please.
This had to be the funniest part of the whole direct, though.
Okay.
Let me just say real quick. Kirby murdering these cute little furry things at the beginning of the trailer. I'm like, they didn't deserve it.
Didn't know what the fuck they were getting into. That's what the problem.
But
was.
it's a Kirby game. You know what the fuck's going on. Kirby murders.
Oh god, Kirby
Damn.
has a tumor.
But like, come on, it looks pretty freaking fun despite Kirby just murdering those.
Yeah. Also,
cute
I
little
thought it was gonna be an open world game.
Look at him, he's about to die.
It just so it doesn't look open world. It just looks like it has a hub world.
And like stages, kind of like
Yeah, stages.
Probably, yeah.
the 3D.
Like Mario Galaxy.
Which I'm fine with.
I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. My
But
thing
this
is,
shit looks phenomenal.
I
Like,
will-
yeah,
I know it's just like early like previews and trailers and shit, but the textures, the environments, the sprites, the models, everything looks pretty darn good.
Yep. I can't wait to mow down cute little creatures as a fucking car.
Yeah, because
For real.
but my thing is
it'd be
Nintendo.
scissor lift mouth.
My thing is with Nintendo. This is Kirby's 30th year anniversary. They waited to the 30th year to ask Kirby what that mouth do.
Oh
Stop.
no!
Oh my
Please, of course.
They waited 30 years. It looks fun, but they're really testing his jaw. I'm just saying.
He's
Correct.
I mean- Okay, but what's the difference between this and Mario Odyssey?
It's
Everything.
Kirby.
Okay, if that's the only difference, then yeah, there you
I mean,
Mario Odyssey doesn't have Waddle Dee Town. And it
Yeah,
doesn't
there
have
you go.
Fire
I
Kirby.
can't inhale a car on Mario.
You could become a car, but
Listen,
you can't inhale
Cappy will
one.
do a lot for you if you really ask him nicely. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. Either that or he'll be like Cap, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But listen, I mean, I'm excited for this. I'm not mad at it at all. That that essentially it's pretty much like a Mario Odyssey for Kirby, you know what I mean? But in its own sense, in its own style, and its own thing. This is pretty much gonna be my first Kirby game, so I'm definitely gonna be around to play this.
Your
100%.
first
Yeah,
Kirby
it's
game?
100%. This is gonna be my first Kirby game. Yeah,
Oh, you gotta go back and play some of the old ones. Kirby games are stupid fun.
I'm sure
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were. The thing is, unfortunately, I couldn't get my hands on any of them when I was younger. You know what I mean? I was kind of I was kind of like a broke gamer. I was always watching everybody else play stuff, but I couldn't have anything myself. So I mean,
think
now
this'll-
that I have the chance, yeah, this will most likely be my first one. But I don't mind going back and like playing other Kirby games personally. I mean, it's just finding them and making sure that I can get whatever I need emulated. You know what I mean? So
I think
Yeah.
this is the first Kirby game that I'm actually excited for, because I've never been a big Kirby fan. I've played some of them, like the older ones, like the Nightmare in Dreamland, which was like the remake of Kirby's Adventure on NES, the Game Boy games, the Super NES one was like the collection of 6 different games or whatever.
Yeah.
I've played those, but I've never been like, oh boy, a new Kirby game, I'm excited. I've never been like that, but this one, it looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful. I love that you can upgrade the abilities. I love that, like, just like how cool the environment looks to explore. All those things are like really speaking to me, and I like, you know, the Super Mario Odyssey aspect of it because I really love playing Super Mario Odyssey. So to put that essentially in the Kirby realm, that sounds pretty cool.
Well, actually, I wouldn't even say that it's still a Kirby game through and through, because the thing is that even in the after me and Max had like beat Superstar Ultra or whichever one that is,
that was Kirby Superstar.
Yeah, when we played that, like, just looking at the level design of how those games operate, at least the 3 main stories, when you do a stage, there's so many different paths and like different ways you can do a particular room in order to get out of the room, because then that room will have like 2 or 3 different doors that lead to a different way to get to the boss.
Mm-hmm. And there's Kirby games got hella secrets.
Yeah, so I think this is still taking those aspects and just putting them in this 3D plane where you can do a lot more with like hidden areas and secrets and, you know, different pathways, because certain hats or certain powers that were like really OP, you had to look for them hoes. Like, you had to legit find them, and then you would be, if you were, you know, straight, and you were pretty good at the game, you can like skate by demolishing all the enemies up until you get to the boss and fight the boss with it. So this is going to be interesting, and I have high hopes that it's going to be a pretty much a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 game that comes out.
That is actually really
definitely
exciting.
not a Kirby in the epic yarn thing again.
Oh no, we don't speak about.
Oh yeah, nah, I'm straight on that.
Oh, okay, hold up now. I'm not gonna.
The yarn wasn't bad, but it wasn't what people wanted.
I'm not
asleep playing that game, bro.
I'm not gonna let you bespeech that game.
Besmirch.
Thank you. I don't know what I was about to say. Holy crap. I'm not gonna let y'all talk shit about that game, only because Kirby's Epic Yarn gave us Yarn Yoshi, and that game is really fun, and I really enjoyed playing Yarn Yoshi. So because that game exists, we got
Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yes, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, still same thing, same difference. It gave us those 2 games. So, and I had a lot of fun playing Yoshi's Woolly World.
I'm gonna get Yarn Mario.
I mean, he's been paper, so why not yarn?
There we go.
There we go, and there we have it, folks.
Listen to us, Nintendo, and give us royalties.
Mm-hmm.
This next one is definitely a me thing. MLB The Show 2022.
Oh, okay.
Gameplay
Skip.
reveal.
Hold on.
Skip.
Hold on. Can I say, I hate that I could count the frames while it was actually coming out. I was really upset. I literally saw what's it called, MLB, and I was like, yo, holy shit, now we're talking baseball game on the Switch, and then we can literally see the frames as we're, you know what, let me just I have to put it up because I haven't even put it up yet. Hold on, I'm sorry, you can continue now. But I was just upset, dude. I was upset. I was like, how could y'all do this?
How could you ever miss a pitch? You can see the ball moving.
How can y'all do this to me? Literally, how can you guys do this to me? Oh my goodness.
I'm 15 frames and my brother's 15 frames. Together, we will make a 30 frame per second game.
Like, what is this?
It's so rough.
Okay, like this gives me, you know what this gives me? Windows, what is it? I had, it was like Windows 8, when I would have to plug in 8, or I think maybe like an even earlier version, you know, when you had like games on your CD, and you like put the CD in there, and then you would literally like, it literally looks like this. Like, even my PlayStation 2, like, the show game looks so much better than this. Like, it really disappointed the shit out of me.
No.
This that was giving heavy Atari VCS vibes.
Like, what the fuck?
It's giving Windows 96.
Yo.
that weird
So
baseball puppet thingy. I don't know what that was.
He's a
Bro.
for the games. He's been around for a while.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so I said it's a me game only because I got into MLB The Show last year.
Too fucking much.
It came onto Game Pass. It is the first time it was on a multi-platform because it used to be a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
And it was free for Game Pass users. So I was like, why not? Let me try it. And I fell in love with that game. Like I never thought I was gonna like a baseball game, or a baseball simulator at that. And that game was really fun. I played it a lot. And the thing was, I'll say about the MLB The Show, it's very beginner friendly because there's so many different customization options. There's different ways you can work on pitching. There's different ways to hit the ball. There's like different customization modes where you just want like full simulation, or if you just want to be like, hey, I just want to have fun. And it's a really full featured game. There's even a battle royale version on MLB The Show, where it's like they give you random players from out the history with different stats, and you go against another person who has random players, and you just go at it, and you can get eliminated. It's a very fun experience. But this, boy, does it not run well at all.
I just want to say, I'm doing this on my Twitch right now. I went and I zoomed in all the way to the bottom of the screen so that way you guys can see it say game footage not final. And I said, and I when I read this, I was just like, it better not be. It better not be. Like, and it's not even just that. It's just like, you know what this looks like? This looks like I went and I wanted to watch this promo in 1440p or 2160 p, and all of a sudden my phone said, I'm just not gonna give you data, we're just gonna give you 240. That's what this looks like.
Oh my god.
Game footage not final, please. Oh my god.
240p.
You could have y'all could have waited. Y'all could have waited.
It's not surprising if you know the history of sports games on Switch, because FIFA is like one of the worst. The most recent FIFA that went to Switch, which is supposed to be like the definitive or champion edition, whatever it was called, that shit was terrible. Like the frame rate was off, it's buggy, it still had the nerve to have microtransactions in it, and like it was just terrible. It ran like booty battered butt cheeks.
Ugh.
And like nothing with it was right or correct. And I think it was the same thing with PES, like Pro Evolution Soccer, Konami's football game. Football. And that was ass too. And NBA, I think a 2K was on the Switch too, and that was
I've played the NBA 2K. It runs surprisingly well. It's like 30 FPS, but it does look like PS2 graphics. It runs well, but it's like PS2 graphics. Yeah.
But let's talk about the elephant in the room.
I really can't say that. Like what was the other one that was on? There was a different one. It's like The Big Show or something, like on PlayStation. There was like another one. It's like All Star or some shit. I can't remember. That looks better than this. Whatever that game was, I have it too. It's like I can't remember. It's like not like official MLB like game. It was like a different game. Huh?
Was it an arcadey game?
Kind of, sort of. I can't. You know what? If I go and I take a second to look it up, I will find it. But that looks better than this. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah, but we really have to talk about the elephant in the room. This is the first game that we see a PlayStation Studios logo on the Nintendo Switch cover for the case.
And it'll be the only.
And it'll be the only.
You're right, because Nintendo be like, we don't want to see this shit ever.
They probably did this on purpose. They probably did this on purpose. Now that I'm thinking about it.
It probably had some kind of deal that was like, we have to do it because we're contractually obligated. But after this, Y'all can keep
That little bullshit you don't pull, please.
make this port as terrible as possible so that
Yeah.
we won't.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep.
Moving on. And I have on my notes, Kingdom Hearts collection on cloud gaming because Square hates you.
Because Square hates you. I can play Kingdom Hearts on literally any other console on this planet. I have
Kingdom Hearts on my fucking like Nokia phone.
right. I can play Kingdom. At this point, I can play Kingdom Hearts.
But it's like, I could get Kingdom Hearts 3 maybe. You know, it was a PS4, Xbox One era game, but you could scale that back. But I could kind of understand that being cloud gaming, but there's absolutely no reason why the HD collection for 1 and 2 should be on cloud gaming. Like those were on 360 and PS3. There's absolutely no reason why those should be under cloud gaming.
Yeah, they're not demanding. Like they both have the same art style and shit. 3, I can understand because that's a totally different engine. So the Switch might struggle trying to run that one engine.
It's just a fact that like this thing, like Kingdom Hearts is trying to really put themselves into, integrated into this thing, right? And then you want to go ahead and put it for cloud. So if, for example, I decide I need to go and leave, and for some reason my internet doesn't reach in my bathroom, I can't play Kingdom Hearts. Like that's it for me. Like, like I want to know, like why is it that that's a thing? Like why?
Cloud gaming is the future.
No, hard fucking like pass. To be honest with you, excuse my French, bro. Like,
but wasn't Stadia trying to do the same thing with cloud gaming and all that?
Yeah, Stadia is all cloud gaming.
Yeah, Stadia is nothing but cloud. And the other thing is like, certain instances of cloud gaming works really well. Like Game Pass has cloud gaming, but if it's something like slow paced, sure, why not? It functions well enough. If it's like a retro game or something that doesn't require a lot of fast inputs, it's pretty decent. But we've seen that Switch and cloud gaming actually doesn't work really well because they've had other cloud gaming games and they're like full price. Like I saw this on the eShop. It's like $80 for all this for nothing. It's $80 for no file. You're not actually downloading anything.
Like it doesn't make sense. There's no reason. Like
it's $80 for the complete collection.
For what? The Kingdom Hearts?
Yes. For all three versions, all three.
That shit was free on the PlayStation. I
don't know where you got it for free. I ain't got it.
It must be cracked.
I believe it. I might be tripping.
You might.
It was one of the PlayStation Plus, right? I remember for a time it was the PlayStation Plus game.
And also, what does Integrum mean? They just be making up words.
You said what word?
Integrum. It's the Integrum collection. What is Integrum?
Put it in Google.
Like Square just be making up words like integrate. Is that a real word? Because the first time I've heard of integrate was when they did that Final Fantasy VII remake add-on. I have never heard of the term integrate.
Come on, you have. They have game characters that their name's Xehanort, fucking Zemnis, fucking. Yeah, of course they make up words.
Integrum's a real word. It means restoration to a whole or uninjured condition.
I don't understand what they're
Oh, but it's injured. It's injured, boy.
It's not that they're just making up words. We're just too slow to realize that they're actual words.
They're actually thinking on different plane higher than ours.
Okay, wait. Go ahead.
You cannot tell me that you've heard of the term Integrum before this announcement.
I haven't.
I heard
you have not.
Gabula, though.
Shut up.
They're just stalling. That's what it is, honestly. Square is stalling on Kingdom Hearts 4 and The World Ends With You. So they're just trying to make sure that we have content at all times. Through their 20th anniversary, You know what I mean? Because that's pretty much happening in in March or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they're stalling. They're not going to give us any new content. The newest content that they gave us was the Melody of Memory, which was fun. They should have just left it as is. You know, I would have been fine with that. They didn't have to do this. It's a waste of time. They're just trying to get money out of you.
So what you're saying is Kingdom Hearts isn't finished.
No, it's never. It's not gonna be finished, dude, until freaking Sora gets with Kairi and they marry each other. That's literally what it's gonna be.
I thought that was Kingdom Hearts 3 ending, and then they pulled that fucking sword disappeared. Shit.
When that happened, I wish I were a streamer back then. When that happened, I literally said, "You guys are not gonna finish the fucking saga.
Y'all ain't gonna finish this shit."
I literally put my hands on my head and I said, "Okay, you know what? Fine. Kingdom Hearts 3 literally is just supposed to be, you know, the broom and dustpan to, you know, clean up all the other loose ends and stuff that they don't really care about, and then finally move on to the next, you know, big bad monster or whatever they're gonna put in. You know what I mean? Sure, no problem. We still don't know what's in the box. And then Sora done goofed again. And I mean, really done goofed, but in a good way also. Because now I feel like they're gonna be going around in Final Fantasy worlds, which would be great. Because right now, there is not enough Disney worlds for them to make a new game for. So, it'd be what it be. That would be nice. It would be nice. I know Nomura's gonna pull like an oopsie daisy on me. I know it, but I'm just saying it would be nice. But that's all I'm gonna say about Kingdom Hearts. I could literally sit here and talk hours about this thing, but I am gonna stop there. These people did not need to put this shit on the Switch, and that is final. Final. Like, I love this company. I love Square. I love Kingdom Hearts. Like, I love that shit. Literally, don't get me wrong. It did not have to be on the Switch. And that's final. Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm gonna go through next few of these a bit quick. We have the Klonoa Fantasy Reverie.
Wait, hold on, we can't go through that one quick because I got some stuff to say about that.
Okay, go ahead.
That shit looks awesome. Have you ever played the original Klonoa?
I've always wanted
to play it.
Same. I've always wanted to play it, but it's just like, oh, you can only play this on PlayStation. Well, I don't got that. Or the Wii, and I'm like, do I really want to bring out the fucking Wii to play this? So it's like, I just never played the series.
I've only played like a little bit of the first one and a little bit of the second one, but the time that I did, that shit was like great. With the whole 2.5D in its early conception. And now they're bringing it back. Like, I never thought that you would actually fucking do it. I thought it was just gonna stay in like PlayStation 2 and Wii jail. And you know, physical copies of the game being $1 million worldwide. So I'm definitely excited for that shit to come out. I mean, and that's not even just gonna be a Switch thing. That's gonna be on everything, I think.
Yeah, it looks very pretty.
It does.
And from what
they did with it,
what I can understand, it's a complete remake, like from the ground up.
Another remake.
Yes, another.
Yep.
Whew.
You have the Portal Companion Collection.
Yeah, take the fuck off. I don't care. Just play Portal on the PC.
Portal literally did not need to be on the Switch. That's literally it.
It's like I mean, I played Portal. It was fun when I played it, but that was years ago. I played it on PC, and it was just like, this is so weird and unnecessary.
It's like Nintendo saying, "Yeah, we're a console too. You can play more than just Nintendo games."
Max, you cut out.
You're like
Nintendo silencing Max.
But yeah, they probably did. But no, it's Nintendo literally saying, we're game consoles too. We can play more than just Nintendo games.
We're part of Big Kids Club. We can hang.
I know. I can only get to about 28 frames, but
I mean, it's like
first party title.
Right.
like I get it. It's a very low, you know, you don't need a lot of horsepower to run Portal.
Yeah.
But it's like it's such a out of nowhere announcement.
Is it both games or is it just one?
It's 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never played Portal before. I know I had a couple of people tell me on stream, "Oh, I would love to play Portal with you," and I'm like, "Yeah, that would be cool." And in my head, I was just thinking, "Why is this thing on the Switch? Why?" I didn't want to be rude either. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind actually playing with other people. It's just, why is it on this console? Like,
I mean, if you've never played it, it kind of is kind of cool in the aspect because there's no port for Xbox One or PS4.
Yeah.
Meaning, and so since there's no port on that system, there's no port on PS5 or Series X. So essentially, you would have to get it on PC.
I mean, that's no problem for me because I also have a good PC where I can like game and do whatever on.
Yeah,
so,
but I mean, just like in general,
but in general,
if you don't have
for other people.
Yeah. And the games are really short. Like, if you just go through the main story,
Mm-hmm.
you'll go through each. I think the first one is like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Portal 2, I think, is like maybe 8 hours. They're very short. There's a lot of user-generated content, and there's some extra stuff you can do, but they're nice for like a quick pick up and play session.
I'm also glad that they also started using like portals and stuff like this, like reminiscent of this. For example, in Splitgate and stuff. Like that also made me really, really happy. So yeah, I mean, since it's available, it's like, okay, great, cool, I might as well, but it's literally for me like, why? That's pretty that's those are my thoughts on that.
Up next we have the Live Alive. I hope I pronounced that right.
Yeah.
I think they said it 2 different ways. They said Live Alive and Alive.
Live alive. Live or live?
Apparently this was like the predecessor in terms of thematically wise to Octopath Traveler, where it's like it's one RPG but there's different like stories from different timelines. It looks nice because it's using that whole HD 2D art style.
I'm a sucker for that shit ever since they started doing that from Octopath.
Right. Apparently this game was a very like famous JRPG that was stuck in Japan. Apparently it's very well received. This is my first time I ever hearing of it. Was
name ever in my life until now.
Right.
I will say, for me, the only reason why I know this game is because, if I'm not mistaken, Yoko Shimomura, this is like her first try at a video game soundtrack, and she's like one of my absolute favorite video game composers on earth.
Because she did a lot of stuff for Square, right?
Yeah, she does a lot for Square. Freaking genius. So,
correct. Because I don't know if she did the sound, or at least some of the music for the Romancing Saga games, I think. Unless that's somebody completely different. What's her name again?
Yoko Shimomura. I can put it in the Discord.
But
Shimomura.
yeah, I don't have much more to say about Live Alive or Live Alive or
Live it.
You're right. It looks pretty dope. Another JRPG. Cool.
after that is something that I certainly didn't see coming. Freaking
Oh, I'm
Nintendo
ready for this.
Switch Sports.
Let's talk about it. I'm ready. Let's talk about it.
Yes, please.
I didn't see this coming. I honestly, I didn't even know. I didn't even think it was like possible. Like, since the Joy-Con technology is nowhere near the same as the Wiimotes. So is it? So correct me if I'm wrong. Is the Joy-Cons less responsive than the Wiimotes, or what?
They're definitely very sensitive. I'll definitely say that. And that's just I'm saying so because I had to I have I can't remember which one it was. They had another exercising game that just came out not too long ago. Which
the
one
Ring
is it?
Adventure.
Yeah, Ring Adventure. So I have that.
I know that's hella popular.
It was super popular. We still use it. It's super fun. Joy-Con is definitely very super sensitive. So I said to myself, wow, they're really not going to make another sports game. And then look at what happened. I said to myself, okay, well, what happened was they used Ring Adventure to try to make sure that they knew what to do with the, with movement and etc. They took all of the data from that and then applied it to sports. So I'm actually really excited to see how that's gonna work. More especially because of the, the strap. Because I have a strap, because of Ring Adventure, kicking and doing stuff like that, it's gonna be really fun.
Super excited for this one, man. I mean, again, I'm not a big sports fan or anything like that, but like the first Wii Sports game on the original Wii was my gateway to giving more games a chance, because I wasn't, growing up, I didn't have that many video games or whatever like that. But I'm super excited for this one. Like, and I could get my little fitness on. Come on now.
I will say though, I'm kind of sad they took off boxing. Baseball, whatever, right? But boxing.
Boxing was like the the game in original Wii Sports.
Come on, bro.
Like, oh, you trying to sell it in boxing? Bro, get the fucking Wiimote. Let's go.
Like, I'm happy like everything else, like cool, like the soccer, the badminton, the chambara, like that, those are cool. And then volleyball also, like, cool that they're adding stuff like that. Tennis, I'm happy that we got it. Golf, I thought was gonna be here, but then I said, but they made already another golf game, and I have it. So there's really no reason for them to have golf. But apparently they said they're gonna add golf later, which I was like, alright, bet, cool. Right? But yeah, I'm kind of sad that they don't have boxing. But that's it. Like, I'm the most time I'm actually gonna spend is gonna be in bowling for me. No one can touch me in bowling. No one. Period.
But Nintendo.
I think it's well, when I got my Wii, it was definitely one of those games where I didn't play it that often because I didn't have anybody to play it with. So I usually just played the baseball and.
God, that sounds so sad.
Listen, but they fixed that problem because even with all the shitty servers, all sports support online play. So you'll be able to play with whoever you want online. Anybody talking smack across the world, we can settle it.
We can
in
settle
sports.
In sports, baby.
It don't
Let me
matter.
tell you, I'm about to go crazy on
You
volleyball.
don't got Smash? I know you got sports. Let's go. No problem.
No problemo. And I'm about to go crazy on that volleyball.
100%, dude. 100%. I'm actually really excited about it, too. It's so much fun. Yeah.
Anything else on that before we move on?
No, that's it for me. I'm buying it. Period. Like, that's something I will have. I will be obtaining it.
At first I was like, who are these characters? Like, they're not using the Mii's. Then it's like, oh, you can optionally use the Mii's. Okay. They just got generic characters, but no.
I'm gonna mess up this name, but Taiko no Tatsujin 5 Rhythm Festival.
Why'd you cough in the middle of that? You were good. You were doing so
glad
good.
that they're putting that game on console, man. I'm so glad they're putting that on console. That game is crazy. Like, if you go to any arcade that has like Japanese games in it, you will find that game, and that shit is not easy.
I really want it to.
Yeah, it is on console.
I want it so bad.
On the PlayStation.
It's on PlayStation already?
Yeah, it's on Xbox too.
Oh, didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, that game's fun. Stupid fun.
It's literally just fucking Donkey Konga.
But harder.
But I'm excited to see the track list and stuff like that because, first of all, did everybody peep the first song, Megalovania?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
What a
High school is
weird-
gonna keep that alive.
Right.
I'm so excited about this.
I never tried the series. I never really been much into rhythm games, but it is actually on Game Pass, so I might just try it on there and see what's up with it. Why are you mad?
I don't get the try.
Get on,
No,
get Game
yeah.
Pass.
Nintendo needs to talk. Nintendo needs to go ahead and make another rhythm.
Yep.
Yeah. You will have my money if you do that. That's it. That's all it takes.
Oh yeah, Rhythm Heaven was Nintendo owned, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
After that is a game that piqued my interest. Triangle Strategy, which is an awful name. God, I wish...
Project Triangle Strategy.
Triangle Strategy, because for me it's still Project Triangle Strategy.
God, they could have just made a worse name for this.
You gotta call it Tri-Stratagem or something.
Right, just I hate that they introduced it like, hey, this is Project Triangle Strategy. We're not gonna do like we did last time and call it Project, Octopath Traveler and make that be the final name. But title working, and then they're just like, yeah, it's Triangle Strategy. We couldn't think through these 2 years when we introduced this game, we couldn't think of anything else.
We bought this game up at a PR meeting for maybe 3 years ago, and we still can't come up with a name to change it to. So here it is.
So, Triangle Strategy is a strategy RPG, more in the likes of Final Fantasy Tactics, which is it's a little bit different from Fire Emblem's implementation of, a strategy RPG.
It's in the realm of that, and if I don't know if anybody else has heard of Tactics Ogre.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
So it has actual demo out, well, an additional demo out where you can play the first 3 chapters of the game, and that progress will move over to the actual game when it comes out March 4th. So I downloaded it and tried it. I like the art, of course. I love the art style, the 2D, 3D thing. It looks really, really nice, especially in this format. My takeaway is just they talk way too much. They talk so much.
Yep.
It's literally like you select the character and they're just like, I will win this battle. And then you select the other characters like, I'm ready. And you select another character like, can I do this? It's like all right, come on. Every turn somebody doesn't have to say a line, dog.
Oh my god.
You're like, okay, we get it. Jeez, come
You're,
on.
you're edgy. Wrap it up.
Like
You're edgy.
Like-
Wrap it up.
Like,
Jesus.
the entire thing is voice acted, which is pretty cool. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's a strategy RPG, so you have to kind of be very careful where you place your units. Very careful with the attacks that you use. There's like special attacks that use up their version of mana, which is like these little diamonds that recharge over turns. It goes by a predetermined order in terms of movement. It's not like Fire Emblem where like everybody moves in attack turn and everybody moves in defense turn. It's not like that. But yeah, I've only played 1 battle. I like it so far. It's a bit cheesy. It's if you play it, just come with the belief that all right, this shit's gonna be a little goofy in the way they talk, the character designs and stuff. Oh, actually, I like the character designs. They look really, really nice.
They say shit like, thy knave shall strike the world with a vicious fist of this north.
You're joking, but it's like that.
I love that. It's got my $60. I love that shit.
It's go ahead and try it. Give it a shot. It's free, the first 3 chapters. So what was it? Like you start off and it starts off very stereotypical. Like you have your main character who's a sword user, you got your person who's a knight, you got your fire and magic user, you got your healer, and you got your like support attack person. So if you like strategy games, I think you should give it a shot.
That's fair.
Project Triangle Rectangular Strategy.
Oh,
Project Circular Tactics. Goddamn triangle strategy.
Quadrilateral.
Oh no.
Wow.
Quadrilateral attack.
Quadrilateral quarrel.
Oh my god.
It's really good too, because I like one of the songs like a lot from when like that first preview that they did like a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that shit sounds awesome. What is this song? I listened to it, I was like, that
Awesome.
shit's great.
And then they said
Oh, yeah.
Project Triangle Strategy.
I'll
wonder if
go
they're
to
gonna,
these.
put
Okay,
it
go
on
ahead.
PC too.
You said you will order what?
I wonder if they're gonna put it on PC too, because
If
that's
it's yeah, if it's anything like Octopath Traveler, it was exclusive for the Switch for like a year or two, and then they just literally put it everywhere.
nice. That's what I
So the next three, I'm going to just kind of go over real quickly because the last two games revealed probably going to be a lot in terms of discussion. But yeah, Cuphead DLC or the Delicious Last Course.
Yeah.
Yes. Delicious.
You're gonna get my money.
Cuphead. I still gotta beat the base game. That shit's hard as hell.
It is. Y'all have fun being punished.
But it's boy is it fun and boy is the music good.
I
play some music.
I love Cuphead for everything but the game, the actual gameplay. Like I love the art
But
style.
the gameplay's
I-
fun.
It's
trust
annoying.
it's
fuck.
it's aggravating. I have the game. I've tried it and I'm just like, I love the art style. I love the animations, the music. But God, I hate like that game is frustrating. It's so frustrating, and I don't like hard games.
If you're casual, I guess it is.
Oh,
But when you're
At me next time.
when you're a true balls to the walls gamer greased fueled gamer,
Gamer
like
greased.
myself.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay.
I'm...
He said that, not me. I enjoyed the game.
You forgot Mountain Dew fuel, G Fuel. There we go.
G Fuel,
G Fuel.
Mountain Dew with Doritos on the side.
Ugh.
That sounds fucking foul.
And it
Just-
says actually.
right,
Wow.
and
Actually.
just releasing gamer grease.
Releasing.
It's not
That's
my
wild.
spleen.
Wow.
Oh, Cuphead, right?
Oh man, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I knew it was coming anyway. So when they showed it at the Game Awards, I was like, "Fucking finally!"
Which also crazy. 'Cause this game has been the DLC for this game has been in development for like 3 years. It's
Right.
wild.
A really long time.
They have to put a lot of work into it. I mean, like with all the old timey, cartoony shit that they're doing. With
So
this,
hand drawn, mind
Yeah.
you.
It's all
every
hand
frame,
drawn. Yeah,
bro,
absolutely.
every frame of animation is hand drawn. So tender love and care put into that shit.
100%.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they've been working on the Netflix series too. So
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
And
forgot about
that's
that.
supposed
Yeah,
to come out this year.
that looks awesome. Like I'm definitely gonna watch that.
right. Yep, on my list. I will be getting.
After that, we have Metroid Dread free updates. A harder mode where you get one hit and you're
shot.
done. You're fucking done.
I'm so excited to see my friend stream this.
For gamers such as me, for
For Max bathing in gamer grease.
All right.
oh my god.
We love that.
Well, for him.
There's like a boss rush mode, and then there's a rookie mode at it as well. I've never been to Metrovanias, nor do I have.
I think
Metroid
every
Dread, so-
Metroidvania. I think every Metroidvania should have a boss rush.
Whenever I get the game, I already know I'm going to enjoy it. So
Yeah, Metroid is such a good goddamn game. I don't know why I don't already.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. We don't know either.
We don't know. We
I don't know why I don't already have it. Jesus goddamn Christ.
Well,
Max is trying, boy, but his internet is not.
Okay.
Right. His internet said.
I'm pretty sure it's. I'm pretty.
Eric Andre shit.
Oh my god.
I love that soundboard, man.
That shit's literally like just like.
Like I'm trying to beatbox or something.
Right.
Type shit.
Was that Caleb?
Yeah, I got all of his stuff, buddy.
Bro.
I'm busting the gut over here, y'all. Too much.
And then the other smaller announcement before we get to the big ones. Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings, or Mother 1 and Mother 2.
Mother 1 and Mother 2.
Fucking
Came to Switch. Which, like, why haven't they been there before?
Exactly. Two of the easiest games that they could have been put on the system and they haven't. I don't understand.
Like,
Literally should have just been on the service from day one.
right, it just literally drop the fucking ROMs on Nintendo Switch Online.
Right. Like, if you got, like, there are games that are literally synonymous with Nintendo. Like, your Mario, your Donkey Kong, your Space Fox, and Earthbound. If the fucker is in Smash, why the fuck is the game not? Why is he literally not in the game? Like, not on the service?
I just wish it would have just. That it didn't like Mother 2 come out sometime and it's still not over here yet either or some shit
Mother
like that.
3.
Mother 3, yeah. I've never played any of these games, but I know that the people who care about them are like, bro, we just want these games to just be here, period. Just I don't understand like what's the fucking hold up. And then we also want a new game. So in my head I'm thinking to myself, what do you value more? The games to be here or do you want a new game?
It's like the Captain Falco situation where Captain Falco's been in more Smash Brothers games than he's been in his own games.
That's what I'm saying.
Same goes for Ness and Lucas. They've been in more Smash Brothers than they've actually been in Earthbound games.
It's sad, man.
It's been so bad, but Earthbound is a weird point. Well, so is F-Zero, because both games have gotten like their own surge of obscurity for no reason to a certain degree. And the fact that like there's been indie developers that have made games that are very similar to F-Zero. Like there is some really good F-Zero, like really high speed, very difficult driving games that are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or more so, they're like the F-Zero GX games, or the F-Zero X game, not the original F-Zero. But there's indie developers that have made games like that were really good. Or if I don't remember if y'all remember that indie game that's like Earthbound called Citizens of Earth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that existed.
Yeah, it's literally Earthbound. Like, it's literally Earthbound, just with you being the mayor. So, that's what we've had to deal with. Indie developers trying to fill in that gap versus Nintendo just taking our money.
Yeah.
Because people will literally throw money at Earthbound. People will literally throw money at F-Zero. I will throw money at F-Zero.
I most definitely would.
There should be a new game for that.
Would.
I don't know when
Right.
it's gonna come out.
Captain, like I said, Captain Falcon's a Smash character, not an F-Zero character.
Yeah.
So yeah, finally, for Earthbound. That's what I got.
But so let's go to the final two huge announcements.
Oh god.
Here, I know Brenda has a lot of
fucking go.
has a lot of feedback on this. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, a game that was released originally in 2014
on the Wii U, mind you.
On the Wii U, has finally gotten new DLC with the Booster Course Pass.
Hold on, say it right. Paid DLC. Paid. Because it's not free. Paid. All right?
Paid DLC.
Yeah, continue, please. Go ahead.
Mm.
We just
Wait,
paid
a
DLC for a game that came out in
2014,
2014, but okay.
2014. But let's talk about, because not even, at least GTA 5 that came out 2 console generations ago has free DLC.
Well, no,
But
that's
Nintendo.
content altogether. Like that just.
And
comes-
let's talk about how these new maps, this DLC, these new maps aren't new maps. They're maps from older games.
Just beefed up with
Fuck,
graphics. I'm like,
fuck older maps. Give me brand new ones.
God, man.
No. He's right. Listen. I'm gonna say this. All right, I'm gonna say this. I've been an avid Mario Kart player for a very long time. Very long time. Okay. I love Mario Kart. Every single time it comes out, I try to get it. I do my best to get it. Okay. I literally am obsessed with that thing. Nobody can touch me in that fucking game. Right. So check me out. Right. My biggest gripe, right? I have two. My biggest gripe is that it's paid DLC because you know what? And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull up like how I looked when I heard that they said paid, because it's like, I swear to you, it felt like my soul came out of my body, because I was just like, why do we have to pay for this? Right? And then the the second thing is the waves. Why are we getting waves and not the full thing the moment it comes out? Why are y'all keeping us entertained until the end of 2023? Like, we're not even in that year yet.
We're not in that year, bro. 2022 just fucking started.
Like, we just got here. Like, how are you gonna tell me that this you're trying to get us to get a booster in another way? This is not a good booster. This is not the booster I wanted.
For
all
a
right?
game that
Bro.
came out in 2014, I wanted Mario Kart 9.
that part.
And the
I wanted Mario Kart 9.
bro, and the problem is,
they got Disney Speedster, whatever the fuck it's called.
no, but listen, the problem is they're gonna get my money. That is the biggest thing. They're gonna get my money anyway. I'm gonna have to freaking get this thing so that way I can stay on top of everybody and no one can touch me. That's the problem. The moment I don't get this, I lost. Period.
Bruh,
That's
and
what it
that's
is.
what it is.
To keep your status quo, you gotta keep with the game. The fact that like, okay, sure, like, it's $25. It should be no big deal. You know what I mean? But why do we have to pay $25 for something like this?
Bruh, you have the sad sound clip. You can't keep getting away with this.
Bro, it's bad. It's bad.
This way, if you get the expansion pass for $50, it comes included.
And it's like Nintendo's like, I mean, you're gonna buy it. Where the fuck else are you gonna play Mario? You don't have a choice. Now give me your money.
Like,
You
it,
know,
it just.
The other caveat is
I
the
don't get
fact that they know
I don't get it.
that we are still playing this busted horse of a game. Like, we've been playing this shit for almost 10 years. The game came out in 2014. It's 2022 now.
You know what it
In
is
2 more
too?
years, Mario Kart 8 will be fucking a decade years old. And by that time, they'll come out with fucking Mario Kart 9. And the problem that we're having is that we're still playing the same game on the same engine, on the old hardware that we've had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on for the past 5 to 6 years. And we're not really getting anything new out of it. We're just getting some slightly brushed off, dusted off shit on an old system. Nothing brand new. Unless one of these waves, they just miraculously say, we lied, here's 4 new tracks.
Would be nice.
I
But
am
only
not
4. The other 5 waves is old shit you've already played before.
like 48 old courses. Like, I want new content, bro. Like, I love Mario Kart, like,
Me
probably
want
more than
new
the
game.
average person. And is one of the few games where I'm actually good at. So it pisses me off even more that I have to pay for these waves. First of all, if the maps are already there, give me all the maps. Just take my money one good time, and I have to wait essentially another year and some change just so I can play all 48 courses from previous titles. Like, bro, like Nintendo,
Me
this ain't
Nintendo. Me want new game. Me
it.
game.
It ain't hit how you think it hit.
Hey, it could be worse. They could say, "Give me $60 for these new tracks." They could just botch up the price.
You
And the
know,
thing is, like, you want them. We can't bargain with them because it's Nintendo.
I mean, shoot.
So I don't know. I mean, of course, I'm gonna end up fucking getting it because I mean, hey, it is.
Because like I said before, you don't have a choice. You're not gonna play. You're not gonna play Mario Kart anywhere to find. So you're gonna play it, and you're gonna pay $25 for it.
And people are clearly still paying for the game because Bryan, did you say that shit was like the highest, like one of the highest grossing games of last year as well?
Bro, it's like Mario Kart 8 has been in the top 10 for yearly for like the last, well, actually since the Switch version came out in 2017. Every year has been in the top selling games for every year, and they're at like what is it's over 40 million. Let me look at the actual thing. It's over 40 million.
I mean, the game is so accessible, like family friendly. Like, it's a good party game. It's competitive, online play. Like, the game doesn't miss. I'm just upset that we're getting so, like, I'm not gonna say ripped off. It's just
43.35 million.
Oh, see, like, it's a good game, and obviously there are other outside factors that affected it with COVID and all that stuff. People being at home more, so they starting to pick up more hobbies and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure that's their biggest influence, is that they see that people are home more because of current economic and scientific situations and stuff like that. Like, they're taking advantage of it. It feels like it, at least to me.
Oh, of course they are. Because money.
Money.
Can I just avert you guys' attention to the stream really fast?
You're looking at
Just-
it and that face is like
do you
priceless.
see that? Literally, just when I heard the word paid, because that is literally, that's just anger that you see in my fucking face right there.
Hold on.
And just
let me
disbelief
reset the stream
and
and
anger. And I'm gonna turn it up for you guys so that way you guys can hear it a little bit. It's just I just can't even. I can't.
Hold on, give it a second. Mine's making me look at a pizza commercial.
That's okay. When you get here, I got you.
Oh, they're talking about that New York style pizza. You can fold it. Oh, that looks kind of good.
Stop, Max, because I really want pizza, and it's not too late to order some.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, check. Look at this.
Uh-oh.
What did you think? Here's some news from Mario
What did you
Kart
think?
fans.
Just
Many of you have been enjoying the Mario Kart.
Like,
8
it's the
Deluxe
face
game
that-
since its launch
Just
in
wait, just listen.
2017. So, we've been working on remastering select
I'm
courses
just looking
from
at
across
this.
the Mario Kart series, and we'll be releasing them as paid downloadable content.
paid.
Please take a look at this video.
They're milking it.
You're lying. You're not adding that.
Meanwhile, your
I'm
friend
just-
underneath is like hyped as shit.
No, he's just laughing because he doesn't even have. You know what? He's another situation because he keeps saying apparently that he can beat me on Mario Kart without actually even having the game, and I was just like, "Don't talk to me," right? Literally,
Don't talk to me.
yeah, that is the epitome of my friend right there. However, it's just pay. I was so upset.
Nintendo, you know
I
how to
couldn't
tease
even
me so.
I couldn't even enjoy Xenoblade. Like I couldn't even enjoy Xenoblade. At the end of them literally saying like all of that shit, I just disbelief. Like I couldn't.
You were just on a different plane of just
Disappointment. It was just straight disappointment for me, dude. It just straight disappointment. And I didn't even mean it for it to be like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that was a time, dude. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah.
We all feel your pain. No one wants to pay for this shit.
Yeah.
But guess what? We about to give all of us about to give Nintendo their fucking $25.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I'm just upset at myself that I have no self-control to not give them the money.
Yep.
I have no self-control, and I will buy this on impulse.
Oh
That's
man.
I look, for me, it's gonna get me back into playing the game because I was one of those people who bought Mario Kart 8 back on the Wii U and played it a lot on the Wii U. And when it came to the Switch, I was just like, okay, I guess I'll buy it again. But it's like, I play it every once in a while. It's not like constant with me playing it, but I don't know. I'm down to play it again. Actually, give me a reason to play the game again.
And get your ass beat again.
Oh my god, Clayton, stop talking shit, dog.
Clayton's talking shit because Clayton can't be.
Okay, Max, I'm a little bit because he's a little bit difficult. I'm not gonna
The
lie.
only person that can beat me right now is Dante. But even still, I'm no slouch.
We need to organize something because everybody in here has it. So we need to organize some Mario Kart 8
shenanigans.
Yes,
We can do that anytime. I'll be happy to host it on my channel. I'll be happy to host it.
Get into it, yo.
Question: I have to ask: is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe still $60?
Yes.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I bought mine when it was on sale for $40, but that's the lowest it's ever been.
Where did you buy it on sale?
It was on an eShop sale like two or 3 years ago.
That is crazy. I never heard that shit was on sale. Never.
Yeah, it was
Never
like
in my life.
yeah, it was like 2019, 2020 when it went on sale, and it was like
when did the Switch come out again?
2017.
Yep.
And it came out right with the Switch too. It
Yep.
was like a month after Switch launched.
Mm-hmm. That whole bundle and all.
Still 60, god.
Yeah.
And
A
matter of
Mario
fact,
Kart party's gonna happen for sure.
Matter of fact, I got Mario Kart 8. That was the pack-in with my Switch. Because when Smash came out, I was like, all right, Smash is coming out. Now I actually have to get the Wii U. And I bought the bundle with Mario Kart 8 with my Wii U. So that's how long I've been playing that damn game.
It's crazy.
Oh, god damn. So you got Mario Kart 8 history.
I had it on. Look, I had Mario Wii U as well. I used to play on the gamepad. So
you used to volunteer for the gamepad.
Yeah, on that and Smash. It was great. I always won still. And then as soon as my Wii U back at home, as soon as the Switch came out, we traded that bitch in. Got a Switch. Like day one. Traded Wii U in and got the fucking Switch. And haven't regretted it since.
Nice.
So, and the final announcements, which definitely for more people, certain people more than others. He's making noises because he's excited. You excited?
I'm very moist.
Oh.
Okay, everybody, that's been
He used the word.
I don't need to know what your booty does.
All right, folks.
I don't need to know the moisture level of your booty. I'm
I'm
sorry.
So we have Xenoblade Chronicles 3. What's announced.
Like slamming on the ground right like
You know, this was me when I was watching the trailer. I was like, "Is this Xenoblade?" I was like, "This ain't Xenoblade." And then I seen them fucking creatures. I was like, "This is fucking." Like that was quite literally my reaction.
I knew it was Xenoblade immediately from that first scene because that art style was like, this is an anime game. And there was already rumblings and rumors that a new Xenoblade was coming, so it was like it had to be.
I knew something was coming because I had checked Microsoft's website and that shit changed completely.
Oh.
Yeah. So they revamped the website earlier this week. Yeah, they revamped their website earlier this week, and it just so happened that Nintendo was doing that direct. So I guess it was the perfect organized storm for all of them. I guess I'm the only one that's played the game, huh?
I've watched plenty of Xenoblade. I haven't played the games before, but I've watched plenty of it.
Okay, well, one was fucking amazing, or at least I thoroughly enjoyed one. All 100 and something hours of it.
Jesus.
It's a pretty long, bloated ass fucking game.
What about Xenoblade X?
I don't have a Wii U, and that's in Wii U jail.
Yeah, that's surprising that one has not been ported to the Switch.
And I don't think that one's its own unique thing. It's more of a spin-off, but it's still its own fully fleshed out game. It's still related to the other games in the series. But it's its own thing, kind of, sort of. And I need to get Xenoblade 2, but I have to find $90 somewhere if I want to play the whole experience. Because that game never goes on sale. There's no physical copies of it anywhere because they just didn't print that many. And the only way you can get that shit is digitally. But my time with the first Xenoblade was very memorable. And I still have a whole side story section from the definitive edition because they added like a whole nother 20-hour sub game or like post game content section to it. So I got to play through that, and they changed a little bit of stuff specifically for that to wrap up some loose ends in the story. And apparently it's 3 has a lot of story elements that combine stuff from 1 and 2. And I already know their shit from 1 in that little trailer that they showed, because I don't know if y'all seen like the big huge sword in the trailer, but that's definitely absolutely from the first game. And
yes.
So, that shit got me extremely fucking excited. And like it's even got some of the races that are in the first game too that aren't in the second game, like character types and shit like that. But it's just something about these, like the game when I played it, like just exploring these huge sprawling worlds, and you can legitimately go as far as the world you can see it. I mean, it's not like Breath of the Wild where you can climb up a fucking wall just on a whim by eating like an onion and Link just climbs up the fucking mountain.
Wow.
But you can still, you know, just the sheer scope of how I'm still kind of like I'm impressed how they got this shit to run on the Wii considering how huge the game is. And just how big the overarching story, all the systems and shit, how I got all of that shit to work. And it worked out. It was a slow starting game, but it definitely got me hooked a lot. And it definitely got me through COVID, because I played majority of the game through COVID. Like when it first hit, and when I first got my Switch. So that was like the best announcement out of everything. Like this trumped Mario Kart by like times 10.
But
This trumped Mario Kart for me.
Yeah.
I literally couldn't believe it. I was like, fuck. I feel like Xenoblade 2 just came out like maybe 2-3 years ago, and y'all making this? okay.
Well, it's funny you say that because this kind of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and it's coming out this year, September 2022.
Hey,
It
that
kind
too.
of it kind of confirms that this year 2022 is just 2017 2 because Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out in 2017. Well, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 come out in 2022. Splatoon 2 came out in 2017. Splatoon 3 is coming out 2022. Mario Kart 8 in some form or fashion came out in 2017.
Don't count that.
Mario
Don't
Kart
count
8
that. I don't want to hear that.
again is coming in 2022. Breath of the Wild came in 2017. It seems like hopefully that Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out in 2022.
They said 2022, and I'm gonna hold them to it.
Yeah.
So
Not you
Breath-
snatching Nintendo's wig.
Right. I need Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like pretty much all the top games from 2017 is coming back in 2022.
They basically looked at their bank account and said, "Damn, we made a lot of money that year. Let's do it again."
Nintendo.
Do the exact
It's
same
like
thing again.
Nintendo likes money, but they don't at the same time because there's obvious moves they can do right now and make a lot of bread.
Right.
Make a more competent Switch. Make one that has more graphical fidelity. Make another fucking F-Zero. Make another F-Zero. Like, come on. They made another Metroid. Look how well Metroid Dread did, bro.
Didn't that shit sell like extremely well?
It
Yes.
sells
Yeah,
super nicely, yeah.
And not to mention, it's a good fucking game.
Yeah.
Because people
great.
wanted a genuine new Metroid game. They didn't want another remake. They wanted a genuinely new Metroid game.
They didn't want Prime, even though Prime 4 is still early under.
I want
Whatever.
Prime. I don't know. You can keep that to yourself. I definitely want Prime.
No, I did that. Prime was my first Metroid game. Whatever they're doing with Prime 4, I hope they figure that shit out.
Agreed.
Because every time we talk about Nintendo games, like on the podcast, we always got to bring up Metroid Prime 4 because we're just always like, what the fuck are they doing?
And
They just started 3 years ago.
It's
so.
giving me Elden Ring vibes. Like, when the fuck is it coming out?
Like in a couple days, I think, isn't it?
Well, no. Before Elden Ring got a concrete date,
Oh,
when we were all
that's fair.
waiting for it
Mhm.
and wondering if the game still existed, it's giving me that vibes.
That's fair.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay,
What?
we're about to wrap this up, and it's getting late.
Yes.
So I'm hungry. I went and loaded up Uber Eats, and the first thing I see on there is you're a regular, Bryan. You've placed a total of 30 orders at this restaurant.
Mm.
You're
Wow.
you're the top 5% of their most loyal customers.
Bro, I thought I had a problem. See when I started my gym journey, I uninstalled Postmates. But ever since I started teaching, I downloaded DoorDash. And boy, have I been using that shit. Oh my god. I just smashed a pizza by myself. I'm about to order something else.
What?
Jesus, Max.
you know what? That was the sound of fuck.
Oh boy,
More
this,
pizza eating news. Stick with us.
well, this
Next
was
week we talk about
a journey.
obesity.
Obesity? What are you talking about? I'm underweight things.
Yeah, that's
Brian,
the
what's
weird
your-
thing. That's the weird thing about Max is like he's trying to gain weight, and it's like Max is trying to gain weight. He's trying to build mass. I just want it gone.
Man,
I just
you
want
can
it
kiss
gone.
my mask. I'm trying to lose this weight.
Right, I'm trying to get rid of it.
You two trade your masses with us. That way we
Please.
can have some of that, turn it into muscle.
I mean,
I'm not-
I'm muscle. I'm just fat.
I can get the muscle. I just need to gain the weight so I can turn it into. God damn it. Maybe
Top 5%. I'm not gonna let you live this down.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
and it's a the crazy thing is it's a breakfast place too. So it's just like
Well, shit.
I just like breakfast food. So it's just like it's my go-to breakfast place.
That's fair.
I wake up on Sunday mornings. I was like, I could use a good breakfast night now. And they're close by, so it takes like 15, 20 minutes to get here. It's perfect.
Hey,
You know what's even faster? Cooking.
Yep.
Yeah, but
please.
then I gotta rely on my skills. That's the problem. I have to rely on my cooking skills.
Other
and
than
somebody else,
other than people who went to school for the shit.
people who
like-
knows what they're doing.
Oh, sounds
Anyway,
like
folks,
to
yeah,
me.
the Sound Test podcast.
Food needs.
Boy, this was a journey. This one. We went to a lot of places today.
Oh yeah.
We tried.
And one of those places where it's not the gym.
That didn't have anything to do with anything, so we're gonna end the podcast now.
So let me just do our plugs right quick at the end. Brenda, why don't you reintroduce your Twitch channel for our listeners?
Sure. My name is Brenda. I also go by Kolfengi. I am a variety streamer. Mostly, sometimes, lately these days, Monster Hunter, Mario Kart, and then whatever in between if I decide to fit them in. But my Twitch is, just same Kolfengi. And I'm also on Instagram the same way. I do music there as well. So yeah, I do music and gaming on my channel. Thank you very much for inviting me here.
Yep, it's a fun discussion like it was last time.
I
Absolutely.
love the chaos.
Yes.
So you can catch the Sound Test podcast on all the major podcast platforms, your Apples, your Spotify's, all that good stuff.
Bumbler.
Your what?
Your Bumbler Interactive.
Bumbler. But also we have a website now. So yeah, that's the thing. We have a website now. So outside of the Buzzsprout, we have the Buzzsprout where all the basically our platform for hosting the podcasts. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, it's a long day.
That's
The
okay.
podcast, but also we have the actual website soundtestmedia.com where we're actually putting articles, written articles, and things like that. So if you want to support content creators of color, check out the website. There's not like ads or anything on that. It's just articles. So there's just some opinionated stuff there to read, and just, if you feel so inclined, share that stuff and things like that. So we're gonna wrap up. Going to wrap up right under 2 hours.
Nice.
Yes.
Love it.
So we'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you for listening to Sound Test Podcast.
Johnny.
Later.
Later.
Good. Bye. Okay.
I'm so freaking tired of your shit.
Nice.
All right, let me save this file immediately.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I get so paranoid like recording this because I have it on my second monitor. So I'm constantly looking at the monitor. I'm like, all right, is it still going? Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
All right, is it still going? Okay, good. Is
That's
it still
fair.
going? There was one time me, Max, and DeYante, we did this whole discussion on Yasuke, and my dumbass realized my microphone was off the entire video.
Oh.
It was like a 40-minute video,
After.
and we was just like,
Well, fuck it.
But we talked about a lot of shit with that. How much that disappointed me.
yeah, like it was a nice discussion too, and it was just all fucking ruined because I didn't put the audio
I'm so
right.
sorry. So sorry to hear that. Worse.
It's all your fault.
Alright guys, I'm gonna end my stream, so just give me 1 second.
Yep.
I would like to thank Sound Test for letting me enjoy being part of their wonderful super, super, super wonderful group of talented individuals that love to talk about gaming. 100%.